Support for the Klyph Notes podcast comes from Acapella Apparel, an idea born from a love of hip-hop, funk, and soul music and its surrounding cultures. With fashion being a huge visual part of the cultures, they've created expressive images to pay homage, invoke nostalgia, and showcase the elements that make up the lifestyle and cultures of these genres. Acapella, apparel for the music lifestyle. For more information, check out acapella.com. That's AKEPELE.com.
Yeah.
Wow. A lot's kind of happened.
Yeah.
All right, B. Well, we gonna jump in.
So crazy about the headphones.
That's because you're a real MC.
I mean, hey,
That's what's up. Yeah, shit, y'all. So we back at it again, man. Another episode of the Klyph Notes podcast. Big ups my man Theory Has It for coming through on the intro. You know, Theory's got skills. Dope producer. Also, big ups to all my people at X-Ray FM for them being so gracious in allowing us to record the Klyph Notes podcast here at X-Ray. Also, big ups to 37 Limited and big ups to you for tuning in. Remember, the Klyph Notes podcast is available everywhere you listen to your podcast, whether that be Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, Stitcher, like literally everywhere you listen to podcasts, you can check out the Klyph Notes podcast. So go ahead and do that. I've been on a roll recently, and it's so dope to have an opportunity to chop it up with this cat because I don't know. I don't get out like I used to, so it's kind of hard to say whether he's been out, but I feel like he's kind of ghost. Like when you get an opportunity to see him, you definitely got to jump on it, take advantage of it because, he's, he be like in the shadows and stuff. But it's so dope to have an opportunity to have him on again, the Klyph Notes podcast. So right quick, Cat, let him know who you are.
at Southeast Portland,
What's good, dude?
How you doing, brother? Good to see you. It's been a minute.
It's funny. Like I was just talking about, I can't remember the last time we did this.
December 2016, baby. I know.
Bruh, that's probably, I'm kind of ashamed to say this, but that's probably the last time I seen you.
No, it was recent. I don't remember what event, but
Maybe at the
we tried
thesis.
to real briefly. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, maybe at the thesis. I'm not sure. Shout out to them.
Word up, man. Shout out to the thesis for just continuing to put on such amazing events here in the city.
Absolutely.
You can go ahead and adjust that, B, so that you
good.
fool around,
Good.
get
We
some,
comfortable.
like,
Also,
get a neck thing going.
oh yeah, no, we straight. Also, shout out to Theory, just because that's the man. So I just had to say that. I almost interrupted your whole intro. I forgot. It's all good.
It'll be worth it. It'll be worth it too. So, bruh, what's been up in the last year?
Man, working on this album.
Yeah.
Some downs health wise, but you know what? I'm back.
Yeah.
We're here, and we just got to keep going, man.
That's
it.
up.
That's really it. Honestly, nothing too crazy.
Well, a couple things, man. A couple things I wanted to touch on. First up, when it comes to the album, the last time we talked, you shared with me what folk could expect from the album. It's gonna be. It's the last time we talked, I got the sense it was gonna be a little bit different from what we had heard from you in the past. So give us an update on what the sound's gonna be.
Yeah, it's still very much different than what people would expect from me. But I've just always kind of felt in my own space with just creating what I'm feeling at the time instead of trying to create what everyone's listening to or catering to.
Yeah.
I showed a couple people. Shout out to Milk from Low B.
Word.
Shout out to No Shirt Man.
Okay.
Showed them some joints and they were definitely, that's not a word.
It is
they were
today.
feeling it. It is today. It is right now.
It is on the Klyph Notes podcast.
Absolutely. But yeah, I'm excited. It's been a long process. I tried to talk about it as much on social media and everything. It's like I'm obviously excited, but it's been a long coming, and I just keep on. I'm in that zone where it started out as an EP, and now we got like a 14 track album.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man, I'm hyped.
How close are you?
I mean, next session next session, the last 2 joints I wrote to are gonna be knocked out, and after that, we're gonna get to getting. And shout out to Neil. We crafted out something special.
Word.
And I'm excited for everybody to hear it.
That's what's up, B. How much at this stage? How much are you comfortable talking about the project in terms of production and features? You want to just wait before you say anything?
I mean, you know me, like I'm an open book, baby. It's cool,
so production. Let's start there. Let's start with production. Who we gonna hear from?
Production is Neil. Is produced entirely by Neil Von Talley.
Shout out to Eris.
Yep, boom, boom. And the features. We'll wait on the features.
Okay.
We'll wait on the features. We got some nice spices in the gumbo. So yeah, man.
That's what's up, B. We may have talked about this a little bit the last time that we recorded, but since we've recorded, there's been even more attention, maybe is a good word, placed on your label in terms of being a label in Portland that is that's really showing that I think the country is paying more attention to. There was an article that popped up recently, and forgive me for the publications. I don't remember the publications, but there was one that popped up where they were talking about Maze and his upcoming project.
Shout out to Maze,
right? And then there was another one that was talking about Portland in general and mentioned Arista as being one of the labels, one of the movements that's really doing a lot in the city.
Mm-hmm.
Being a part of a project like that and seeing what's happened with Dodger, with Neil, with Blossom. Has that changed your direction artistically? Mike Bogan, shout out to Mike Bogan.
Yeah, shout out to Mike, shout out to Dodge, shout out to Bloss. No, absolutely not. Because no matter what's going on, I still have to remember that I have to be true to myself as an artist. Of course, there's things I'd be like, I could kill something like this, like I would destroy it. But then it's like, I let people do them, and that's not even speaking for people on my label because they're extremely creative. But just in general, it's like, I know I can go that lane, but I'm crafting my own area of space. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to keep doing that until the wheels fall. So
that's what's up. What's up. Artistically, and I know I've said this to you before, and I probably said it on the last podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I think people who are fans of hip hop, period, and then people who are aware of the Portland scene, traditionally have looked at you as an MC. And what I mean by that is it's been said by more than one individual, like if you want Ep to do a verse on your project, like know what you're asking for. And you may want to let him record his verse first because he's going to crush whatever you do. I don't know
who these people are saying.
Well, that's what I was going to say though, B. As an artist, like these are the things that people, these are people's view of you. They celebrate your skill, your talent. Does that even resonate with you, or you just, like you said, do you just do you and it is what it is?
It's crazy because it's like it's been 4 years since I put out a project. I was just talking to somebody about it the other day. How like it's crazy. I still get hit up to do things, and I'm just like, yo, like people definitely should forget about me. You know what I mean? Because it's been so long. But I'm such a perfectionist, and I don't believe in, I need to come out this year and a couple months. It's just like I just let it create. Just really get just completely involved from a point of pretend the time doesn't exist. Just work. And if you don't, say the time, nobody knows.
Right.
I mean, it's just working. I mean, obviously the climate's a lot different now, but it's like after this, I really got to get on it, because it's definitely been something that I've had to deal with, just being a person who's like super shy and like super like behind the scenes on stuff. And I know it's just like I have to, especially when this comes out, like I gotta really be out there. So I'm ready for it. I've been prepping,
That's what's up. It's interesting that you say that. I read an article, and believe half of what you hear, none of what you see.
Right.
But I read a supposed quote from a group that just released new material, and supposedly they said that it takes them about 45 minutes to write a song.
Oh, I know. Oh, we could say. You don't want to say the group? I don't care.
Well, see, I don't want to slam. So I heard it's Migos. That's what I heard, right?
Yeah, you heard right.
Okay.
Yeah. You heard right,
bruh. I don't get it. I don't get it, B. You know what I'm saying? Well, let me say this. You know me, bro. Like, I'm an old head.
Right.
I if you listen to Walk Through the Neighborhood, you know what I'm on.
Yeah.
I really tried, because I don't want to just be like that old guy album drop, turned on my Spotify, started from track 1, got through the second half of track 2, and was like, I can't do it, B.
I feel you. Not everyone likes blue cheese. Some people just want honey mustard.
But it's amazing to me, though. It's amazing to me that's what's celebrated as hip hop, because I feel like, and this is just my perception, I feel like what cats are doing now is they might give you a 16 in a 3-minute song, and everything else is hook.
Yeah, it's just, my thing is, I love listening to it all, just because I kind of see and hear what the climate is.
Yeah.
And I embrace it all, 'cause, just being in the middle of it, growing up, obviously listen to what I listen to, and now where we're at is completely different, but still it's almost just like, I'm glad these people are doing that,
right,
so we can do this.
Yeah.
So it's cool. It doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah.
It's different, obviously, but they got some joints on there. I'm not gonna front. It sounds like, Culture 1 Part 2, but it's cool.
I definitely gotta give it another listen. One of the things that someone mentioned recently that I'm really beginning to embrace more and more, and I've kind of said for a little while, I used to talk about the subgenres of hip hop, and there's been more conversations about, you look at a genre like rock.
Yeah.
So you've got hard rock, you got classic rock, you got metal, and that's embraced. I feel like, or I should ask you as an artist, do you feel like that's where we should be in hip hop, where you can really delineate all these different subgenres to create space, to create avenues, to create lanes for artists like Migos compared to an artist like Kendrick or J. Cole?
I think that you just whatever you're feeling, honestly. Like, because really I can't sit here and tell somebody, oh, you should make music like that. Like, who am I to tell anyone how they, should make their art and what they perceive as art? Like, it's just, have fun while you do it.
Yeah.
Make sure, have fun. Definitely, have a sense of quality over quantity. But we're at a place now, like Black music, man. Like, come on now, like we're dominating, baby. We've been dominating.
True.
And it's just like, I'm happy. Anybody winning, like, hey, like, continue, keep going.
Yeah.
But it's just like, there's lanes for everybody, and fans. Somebody, I was reading an article and they were saying that, like, hip hop is dead, and I hate saying the whole real hip hop. I think that's corny.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's not. It's in a really good spot. You just gotta search. You just gotta pretend it's '01 all over again.
Word.
You just gotta search.
You gotta dig. No
That's
doubt.
it. You just gotta dig. Yeah.
And like you said, it's definitely a different time, because we have access to so much music right now.
Right.
That oftentimes, and I think that this has probably been consistent when it comes to popular culture as a whole. Oftentimes when you're looking for that substance, that thing that you're going to hold on to, not just for the now, but for years to come, it's not always going to be out front. You do have to go and look for it.
Right.
And that's where I think you find those projects that are considered classics, those projects you can go back to. As an artist in the creative process, do you think that way? Do you think about, this is going to be, I want my grandkids to be listening to this?
Not so much that, but I think about, is what I'm making going to be important to someone years down the road? And honestly, even, recently, someone was talking about CPC. And, it's just like, that to me is important. It's cool to make whatever's hot. If you feel like you can jump on whatever's hot, and really, go somewhere with it. That's all you. But for me, I'd rather make music that is gonna have a long lasting and positive effect.
Yeah.
Maybe, make someone think, and take take some of my stories and kind of put it in their own lives and be like, oh, I can relate to that. Like for me, it's far more important to just be relatable than just make a hot joint.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I got those.
Yeah,
I got those. Trust me. But it's, you know, it's all relative, I guess.
That's what's up. You referenced CPC or Chrome Plated Chronicles.
Yeah.
Do you go back and listen to that?
I listened to it the other day because a homeboy said something about it, and then like this girl posted a video about it. Shout out to her. And it's just crazy, man. Like, dang, like I don't know, man. I mean, that was that, and I never saw myself as a solo act, you know. So it was just cool to kind of be like, all right, like, yeah, we need a solo act project. I'm like, okay, and you know that's kind of how it started. But you know, CPC to now, it's crazy. It's just it. I mean, it's a good project.
Yeah,
I really think it's a really solid project. Obviously, the production's crazy. Shout out to Klyph P. Shout out to Lozzy. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a great time, and I'm really proud of how that got received. And, you know, yeah.
That's what's up, man. It's funny because I feel like we touched on this. And I think it's fair to talk about this publicly. If you don't want to go this direction, you can just...
We can go anywhere.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. So, and I know we talked quite a bit on the last podcast about the growth of you, Tope, and Calvin Valentine.
Mm-hmm.
Big ups to Calvin Valentine on his new connect with Mellow Music Group. Oh my goodness, bruh. He's been putting in amazing work.
Absolutely.
And it's good to see that growth. Big ups to Tope for all the work that he's doing, both as an artist as well as promoting other artists.
Nice, yeah.
It's cool to see folk who came together, came up here in Portland, continuing to live out their dreams. But you know, we talked about that process of making Chrome Plated Chronicles, where those cats really had to put, I think specifically Calvin and Laws really had to push you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because I wasn't
that project.
They were, you know, they definitely were like spearheading, like, yo, we need a solo project from you. And I was just like, man, you know. And then once we start working, I was like, okay, all right, like good call.
Yeah. So then fast forward to now being on Airst, and once again being surrounded by the machine that in my opinion is Airst. You know, Mike Bogan told me when I did the podcast with him how he and Dodger just locked themselves in the studio with Neil when they recorded Rare Treat. And you know, I've heard stories about that's really how it happens. Is your approach to making music different now? Do you feel like you are in a more comfortable place with EP to want to be a little bit more front and center than you once were?
Definitely. I definitely think, you know, I wish I had this sense of confidence before. But you know, you grow. Yeah. You know, you learn more about yourself, and now it's just like I have to do this. Is what I'm supposed to do. Yeah. And you know, I'm coming for necks.
That's what's up.
You know, I'm coming at people's necks.
That's what's up.
But it in not a disrespectful way. It's just competition. And you know, even my friends, baby, like whoever it is, like, I'm coming for you. And that's, I don't know. I'm talking head right now, but it's cool.
But that's hip hop though.
But yeah, like it's just it's fun, and I feel like I'm in a good spot, especially lyrically. You didn't hear this from me, but G and I worked on a little something while I was down in LA. As well. And
look out now.
You know, I might be on there rapping a little something.
What?
Little, you know, I don't know. I mean, it's light work, but no, but in all seriousness, I'm just really, I think that I'm in a comfortable spot of knowing that, you know, whatever comes my way when the album, you know, gets into people's hands, and I mean, I'm just gonna be more ready for it than, you know, 4 years prior. I definitely wasn't ready. I still was just like, you know, social anxiety is a crazy thing I know a lot of people deal with, and I also touch on that on the album.
Word.
So it's just like, man, like it's real. But I think being vulnerable and just open about it, that's like the best way to kind of to grow and, you know, look outside yourself and think about like you're in a position to help others, whether you know it or not. And it's just like, you know, just gotta go for it. Really can't backpedal, can't turn back now. So
That's what's up.
yeah, man.
One of the things that you talk about being open with things. One of the things that you have been open with, or at least talked about on social media, is mental health.
Oh yeah.
And I think that I've said this a number of times. I think it's one of two areas in our country that are very, very underserved. I think
Very
one,
much.
our elderly population is
Right.
underserved.
Absolutely.
And then I think mental health issue awareness is underserved. Quick sidebar: I'm doing a new project called FIRE, Fitness is a Habit, and a part of that is addressing mental health issues.
Okay.
I think in the entertainment industry, oftentimes we celebrate artists so much, whether it be musicians, actors, writers.
Right.
But historically, I think we've seen that people who are oftentimes front and center, specifically, I mean, everybody everybody deals with challenges. But I think oftentimes when you're celebrated so much, some of those, you don't really have an opportunity to seek help.
Right.
And I think that oftentimes people who would benefit from just a listening ear, when you're celebrated that way, you don't really have an opportunity to be open and honest as you're talking about.
Yeah.
So where does that come from for you? For you to publicly use social media as a platform to just at least address the fact that, you know, life's tough, and, you know, love people in your circle.
Yeah. I mean, I deal with it directly. I was diagnosed with moderate depression back in high school. And, you know, just as you get older, or for me personally, as I got older, I just realized that, like, because you know how kids are, at least in that age, it's just like, oh, you just kind of keep it to yourself, don't want anybody to know. Then I got to a point, it's like, man, like, it's okay to, like, you're not crazy for how you feel. Like, it's okay. And that's something I've tried to really encourage other people. I know it's hard. Everyone deals with it differently, but that's definitely something I encourage people to try their best to be open about, because, you know, I've had friends that I've, you know, have gone off, not to take the podcast on a different route.
No, this was about, babe.
You know, they've almost, you know, taken their lives, and it's just like, man, you know, it just really talking to people, checking up on people, and just being aware with yourself and being comfortable enough to talk openly about it. I know it isn't easy. Everyone deals with it differently, like I said, but yeah, it's important because a lot of people deal with it, especially in the Black community. We don't. It's not really talked about. It's almost frowned upon.
Right.
You know, especially back in the day. You know, people like, you crazy, you ain't did it. You know, and it's like, no, this is real. People really feel like this. It's not. It's nothing to joke about. I don't play with that. It's not a meme. It's not funny to me. It's not funny to a lot of people. So, I just think, you know, I just hope, and I hope, because there's a couple songs on the project where I'm also talking about that and just that awareness, because more so the album is a story about, you know, being aware of who you are as a person, being aware of your surroundings, you know, and just trying to do things a different way. You know, you can't do it the same old way you've grown accustomed to. So, yeah, I just, you know, any way I can help, and that's really what I'm here to do. Like, any way, anyone, like, I'm open book. I've had people DM me, asking me questions before, like, how do you do this? Like, do you feel like this? It's like, man, I'll answer any question anyone asks me, man. Like, I'm for real, like, super open with that. And I, you know, if I can help somebody, I'm always willing to do that. So
that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
I agree. And being an old head, I can definitely champion what you're saying. In the past, as a Black man coming up, as a Black child coming up into adulthood, it was definitely something that was frowned upon. Look, you don't need to go and talk to nobody. Don't give them your money, because a lot of it was, don't let people in your business.
Right.
and that's still a part of who I am. But I'm also old enough now to embrace the opportunity to communicate with people.
Yeah.
So as an artist, I think it's cool of yourself because once again, you know, there's a portion of the community, there's a portion of society that will look at you as the artist, the musician, the MC, and then they look at you as an entertainer.
Right.
But for you to be willing to open yourself to people, to be a human being, I think one, I think that's hella cool.
Yeah.
Two, it's a bit of responsibility too. You know, to open that, open yourself up to people who are hurting.
Right. I mean, you said it. I don't know. I mean, it's just, you know, it's just so important to me, and it always has been. And it's like, you know, granted, my platform isn't the biggest one out there, but it's just like I said, anyone I can help, if someone's going through it, feel free to DM me. I'll answer any question. I mean, it's important. It's important to me because, you know, I know what it's like to feel down, to feel alone. And then once I was able to kind of get out of that space of where I was closed off to it, I felt so much better being able to express myself, being like, this is how I'm feeling, this,
Yeah.
and it just helps. And, you know, it's been a good while since I've felt that way. So it's like everything now is like outside looking in, and, you know, encouragement and how I can help someone else that's dealing with that. So, yeah, man.
That's what's up. For you, do you feel like it's just a part of the natural maturation process as a human being, just living on this planet, or was there anything specific that you experienced that brought you to this place? So what I mean is I heard a young lady speak today who's stage 4 cancer, and she was telling her story and some of the experiences that she's had, and just listening to her story had a profound impact on me. And, you know, all glory to God, hopefully I don't have cancer. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But even hearing those stories, it impacts you, and it can change you, the way that you move through life.
Definitely.
Was there anything significant that happened that made you go, wow, I want to do something different?
Did I ever tell you the story about how I mean, you know the story when I had the respiratory failure and all that? Did I ever tell you that?
Remind me.
Long story short, I died.
No, I don't think I think I remember that.
You know, long story short, the boy's ventilator had a big hole in it. Next thing I know, I'm at my house, and the last person I talked to at the time, I hit them up. I was like, hey, I'm not doing too good. I think I might call 911. And then the next thing I know, I woke up and I was getting carted in the ambulance. And getting carted into the ambulance, and I mean, yeah, it was a crazy. I won't go into too much detail because I kind of speak about that on the album as well. Not to sound corny, but yeah, you know, going through that, and then there's other stuff that's happened in my past, and, you know, people that have, you know, I mean, my sister, my cousins, a couple of my really close friends, and a lot of those moments, it's like a sink or swim, you know, type of feeling. And it definitely, and sometimes I still think about, like, man, I wish those people were here, just, you know, like, just to hear their voices, you know, just to share the music with them, you know. And I think about that all the time, and it keeps me going.
Yeah,
because it'd be so easy to give up, but, you know, you just can't. Not especially when you have people that are really in your corner.
Yeah,
and I still feel like they're in my corner, even though, you know, it's in a spiritual form.
Yeah,
but yeah, it motivates me. Like, it's, you know, no down days really. No matter what, it's just, you just gotta. I just kind of chose that, you know, I'm gonna push through instead of giving up, because that would have been easy. I could have been working a regular job,
right,
being a manager somewhere,
right,
you know, not being happy, because, you know, this is truly what I want to do, you know, and what I'm good at doing.
Yeah.
And I feel like, again, not to sound corny, 4th time I've said, but it's like I feel like I can offer something to this culture.
Yeah.
Outside of music, you know, like, there's a lot of things I want to do that aren't music related. So yeah, just working on that, and just gotta keep going, man. Like that's really where I'm at, and I feel good.
That's
You know,
what's
I
up.
feel good.
That's what's up.
Shout out to Max. You know, he was in the room while I woke up. You know, that's my brother forever. Yeah, you know, a lot of people are in my corner, and I'm really thankful because it's so easy to have nobody care.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so yeah, man, I don't know.
That's what's up, man.
We got
That's
real
what's
deep
up.
real
No,
quick
but you know
right
what?
there.
But that's what it's about, though, man.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I mean, you know me, and I hope that people who are connected with what I'm doing, whether it be Klyph Notes or Welcome to the Neighborhood or any other things I do, man, it's bigger than music.
Absolutely.
Music is a great platform to meet individuals and to build that way.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, man, all of this could go away tomorrow. And I'm saying this with all seriousness. All of this could go away tomorrow. And if I am in your phone, call me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not this is great, but it's not that serious. You know what I'm saying? To me, the relationships, having the microphones here is cool to share this with the broader audience.
Right.
But bruh, you and me sitting down with a cup of tea, just as valuable to me.
Absolutely.
So
I agree.
I think that once again, you being open enough to share that will hopefully, and that's one of the reasons I'm excited for the project to come out.
Yeah.
Because hopefully people will listen to the project and make them feel a little bit more comfortable reaching out to someone.
Right.
And you've opened yourself up to being that someone for somebody that could literally save somebody's life. So
I mean, you think about it, that stuff happens every day. You just, read these stories and it's like, man, like to really feel like you have not a single soul in your corner, but knowing that it's just I mean, it's so hard to explain. It's really hard to explain, but yeah, like it really can save somebody.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
It's like while we're here, we have to, be impactful as much as possible. We can. It's easy just to sit around and do nothing.
Yeah.
Like that's not what we were put on this earth to do. Especially as Black men and women, like it's a whole different beast that we have to attack. You know, we know that these opportunities afforded to us weren't always in our cards. You know, it would, and it's always going to be a fight, no matter what. There's always going to be a fight. I mean, a lot of things are obvious. A lot of things that you see in the Grammys are obvious. People getting mad about it. It's like, come on, like we know what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah. I don't even know. I'm just going. I'm just running right now. Don't mind
man.
me.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about the music, the scene. I feel like I've been saying this a lot recently. As I mentioned, it's been cool to see the publications, the national publications, show Airst love. But beyond Airst, there's been more focus, attention placed on Portland,
Right.
specifically Portland hip hop. And depending on how you look at it, some of it comes across as a little, I don't know, man. There's a lot of talk about now Portland hip hop is happening. As an artist who you've been doing this for a minute, does it make you feel any kind of way that now people are talking about Portland?
Not really, because at the end of the day, if I pay attention to that, then I'm just that artist who's always complaining, about Portland.
Yeah.
And obviously, there's a lot of noise being made. And it's good. It's good for the scene. There's some people making some major moves right now. And to me, it's like whatever gives the city some light, let's keep going.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, I don't care how they do it. Keep doing what you have to do. And if you're already at that, that platform, let's keep going. I mean, it's just so that getting all wrapped up into that, to me, it's like nothing. I don't care about a list. I don't care. Like that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter at all.
Yeah.
So it's just, you just gotta keep making good, honest music. Just make quality music, and it's gonna do what it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there's a lot of hard work that goes on behind the scenes that, people don't really think of. Sometimes. But yeah, I mean, it's good. What's kind of funny is the other night I was at the thesis, and was talking to this cat at the bar, and he was just like, "Oh, what's going on?" I was like, "Oh, it's this event, Bloss is playing." Um, and he was like, "Oh," he's like, I didn't know Portland had any hip hop." And I was like, I asked him, I was like, "Where you been?"
Yeah.
Like, really, like, where you been? Like, the last couple of years, I mean, I always say it. I always say it, and I'll keep saying it.
Yeah.
Take your 10 best MCs, art, whatever.
Yeah.
Take your 10. I'll take my 10 any day. I don't care who the 10 is.
Yeah.
I'll take Portland's 10 any day. But also biased, and and it's no disrespect to anyone else, but there's a lot of good hip hop in Portland that's getting some national exposure.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Smart. I mean, look at the NBA. I mean, look at Dame. Like, look at CJ. Like, these cats are nice.
Yeah.
If they're anywhere else, it's a completely different story and a completely different level of popularity.
Yeah.
But again, it's like there's no excuses. You just keep on doing what you have to do. You keep on making the music that best represents you. You can't worry about city. I mean, just make music, man.
Yeah.
Like, just let it go where it's supposed to go. Like,
so you bring up another thought. There's a lot of energy, I think, oftentimes given to I don't know, man. There's a lot of negative energy oftentimes, and some of it is based on fact.
Right.
So you talk about the city, and there's obvious examples of the city of Portland not embracing Black culture.
Right.
Period. And that's not opinion. That's fact. That's absolute fact.
Facts. Yeah.
This is 2018 that we're recording this. Now there is obvious movement that we can see where there are individuals in the city, decision makers, people who can make an impact, who recognize that and are open to change, open to making change. That being said, there's still a number of artists too, but there are a number of individuals who seem to want to continue to regurgitate the fact that we have nothing here.
Right.
So how do you move through that? How do you not let that weigh on you? And I ask you because I think people need to hear that, like, this is a way that you can move beyond that.
It takes a certain level of confidence in knowing that no matter what the city may think of your music, there's going to be fans outside of your city. There's going to be people that want you to perform somewhere else, and it's all dependent on, like, where you want to take it. That's completely up to you.
Yeah.
There are some things that are in your power as an artist, and there's other things that aren't. But it's really where you want to take it, and you can't let the city's lack of, I'm just, hypothetically, the city's lack of interest in what you're doing weigh you down, because then it's just like you're compromising your art to try and, cater to the city instead of catering to the world.
Yeah.
Instead of not necessarily catering to the world, but hoping that your music expands that far. And this is the city that you're from, but you don't want your music to just stay in the city, do you? Like, if that's what you want to do, hey, okay, that's cool, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's just so much bigger. And I think that as time goes on, look at what Portugal the Man's doing. In so many ways, it affects. It's a trickle effect, and it's like up to the artist to be like, yo, I'm gonna go on this path to where I'm gonna make the best music I can. I'm gonna make the best moves I can. And just hope for the best. You just gotta keep working. Really, that's it. Like, everybody, there's always talks. I talk to a lot of cats, and it's, we talk about that stuff. Just the city this, city that, but it's like, it's way bigger than that. This is way, it's way beyond that. But like I said, again, if you just want to make your city based music, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
But that's not cool to everybody.
Yeah.
And That's why a lot of people say that Portland has nothing, but also those people, you know, their eyes are wide shut,
Mm.
you know?
Mm.
So, again, you just got to dig, you just got to search. But it's getting to a point now where you don't have to, because so many quality artists are coming out of Portland right now. Like, so many. I mean, the list goes on, and the music is the level of creativity from videos, from, social media, everything. It's just been heightened. So I, it's I think it's in a cool spot, and I think that people just have to really worry about their art more so than if the city's gonna accept them or not.
Right.
So
Right. That's
yeah, I
what's
don't
up.
know.
That's what's up. One of the things that I appreciate about you is, number one, your appreciation for the art of hip hop. And again, being an old head, I would be remiss if I didn't say I was, not biased to the fact that you have such an appreciation for old school hip hop.
Oh yeah,
But beyond that, though, you also have such a great appreciation for music.
yeah.
Music even outside of hip hop.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna sneak this in, but I know you're gonna catch it anyway. How much influence do genres of music outside of hip hop? How much influence does that have on your project?
A lot.
Okay.
A lot. I mean, because I've always been someone who listened to different stuff. High school, cats friends would make fun of me. Well, it was cool. It was like whatever. They, it's like, y'all don't get it. It's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think that for me personally, I can't listen to rap all day. I mean, I know a lot of people feel the same way about that. But yeah, I don't know. Just naturally, it's nothing I like necessarily search for. It's just I've always listened to it, and it started with video games.
Yeah.
Like really, like I hear something, I'll be like, oh, what is this? Some drum and bass. What is that?
Yeah.
Then I go to start listening to stuff from that, and I've always been in the rock, so that's just natural.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. For me, it works.
Yeah.
For me, it works, and I know that's not everyone's cup of tea, but just being able to take bits and pieces from other genres. I mean, it's fun. I mean, and that's what we're put here to do. Really, like we're all at the end of the day, it's all been done.
Yeah.
But it's just like how you tweak it, really.
Yeah.
And it's just fun. You just have fun. Like it doesn't, you could be the most boom bap project. It can be the most experimental project. As long as it's fun, people are gonna hear that. They're gonna feel that this person had fun making this album.
Yeah.
You can just hear it in the music. So that to me is real important, just to creating a good space and just have fun.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
As a part of that creative process, being an artist who had a nice level of success as a part of a collective with T&E, now as a solo artist, but a solo artist that is a part of, once again, a label, a group, a collective on a different, in a different way,
right?
With artists who are definitely making moves. Do you see yourself doing a collaboration project? I mean, just look at Eris. You look at Dodger, who's got a successful solo career.
Yeah,
you look at Mike
absolutely.
Bogan, who has a successful solo career, but yet they came together to do Rare Treat.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself doing something like that?
Somebody's down, I'm down.
Word.
I'm down to work. I mean, honestly, if I rock with you on a personal level, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna be down to, to work.
Yeah.
And it's just like, let's just lock in the studio, think of an idea, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's 3-4 days in the studio, whatever.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
So I'm always open just to create more music, create more content, just yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I'm down.
That's what's up. Artistically, before I turn the microphones on, we were talking a little bit about the art of hip hop and sort of really what goes into it. And I think it changes over time, over the years. But it's funny, B. I was talking I did an episode of Klyph Notes with Versatile of the Lifesavers. who I have a huge amount of respect for as an
shout
artist.
out to Verse, man. So you know what's crazy? Milk, when I showed him a joint from the project, Milk was like, "You kind of sound like Verse."
Word.
He's like that. I was like, "What?" I was like, "That's crazy." Verse is nuts, man.
Yeah, that's
Verse.
the dude. If you haven't seen it yet, the latest or the most recent Team Backpack PDX Cypher Series video was released, and it features Hanif, Only One, and Verse.
Only's
Man,
bad.
you can go to it's all over the internet. You can go to Mike Check's website, www.mikecheckpdx.com. The video is there. So I think I don't remember where he said it, but Only was sick that night.
Yeah.
Right. So he came in and he was like, "Man, I've been down with the flu, like I've been in bed, but I came through and killed it."
Only is one of my every time.
Hanif, I've been in Portland for over 20 years now. I say Hanif is still one of my favorite MCs, not just out of Portland.
Absolutely,
period.
he's very good.
Like effortless, man.
Yeah.
Just effortless, and then
Super
versatile.
easy.
Come on, son.
Legendary.
But at any rate, the reason I brought him up was, Verse and I were talking about the fact that in music, yes, in hip hop specifically, yes, experiment, do your thing, play with different ideas, but in everything in life there are certain rules, right?
Right.
And we were talking about the fact that if you have a singer who's on stage singing, they can do all kinds of different things, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're singing off key, you're breaking the rules. Like that's like you got to at least be able to sing on key, right?
Right.
To me, one of the rules with hip hop is like you got to be able to rhyme. So we were talking before the mics came on about freestyle, about just coming off the head.
Yeah.
And there are people who are very, very efficient at writing, and they'll say like, I don't go off the head. Like,
right.
I write my rhymes down, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I think even those individuals can at least give you a little something off the top. As an MC, like the MC app, not the artist app, the straight MC app.
Yeah.
You got any thoughts on that?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Ask me that question again. Let me.
Okay.
Let me.
Okay.
Let me.
Let me put it to you this way. Let me put it this way. Do you if somebody calls himself an MC, do you have any expectation of them being at least able to go off the dome a little bit?
I mean, I would. It's unfair for me to say. I feel like, but I would hope that they at least have the ability to do so, because I mean, cats in their mid-20s, early 30s, 40s, like even if they thought about rapping and just did it for fun, like you freestyle,
right?
Like we would freestyle in the hallways,
right?
Wherever we were, it didn't matter,
right?
But it's definitely different, like I've come across cats, like I was saying earlier, cats just ask me, "Oh, yo, how you?" We just practice, man. Like we just did it all the time.
Yeah.
We just did it, and I mean, again, I'm not gonna expect that someone can freestyle. I'd be mad happy if they did, and they, could do it, especially if it's like, someone you never heard. I've seen that where like a cat's, in the cypher, I've never heard of him, and he just murks it. I'm like, okay, like he's nice. Like, that's cool. I love that. Like but then again, I'm not gonna be one of those heads just like you gotta freestyle to me. Right. Nah, I'm not doing all that. Just do what you want to do.
I just feel like though, because, bro, even cats, I feel like who were just in a cypher, who were just freestyling, no microphones, like you said, just hanging with people.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that comes out of that more than anything is just the practice.
Right.
So then you take that, and it's like playing a sport, right?
Yeah.
Why do you spend hours upon hours upon hours of practicing dribbling? Like in the game, you're gonna do more than dribble, right? You're gonna shoot. You're gonna right.
Yeah.
So that in the game, you don't have to think about it.
Right.
Why should we hold people who we say represents this art to any less standard?
That's a good point.
Like if you don't practice, if your thought is, oh, I got studio time, and I'm gonna go in the studio, and I haven't done anything, but now I'm in the studio. Now all of a sudden come on, man.
Right.
And I feel like, and I'm on my soapbox. I realize that.
No, you good.
But I feel like if you represent whatever you're representing, if you're truly about it, like put in the work.
Right.
Because then when you present that to the wider audience and you say, I am representing X, whatever it is you're representing, then people look at that and they say, oh, that's X. And then in doing that, you do, I think, a better job of truly representing the art. I think we have to hold one another to better standards as a whole, as people, right? We can't just treat one another any kind of way and then celebrate that.
Right.
Right.
It's true.
I think as well as artists and the art, we have to do the same thing.
I mean, yeah, but it's so tough. It's so tough because I don't know. It's just so different.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm good with that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm okay. I'm not like one of these bitter cats. It's just mad because he doesn't understand what a lot of these new dudes are saying. It's like, it's cool. It's not for you. Like that's okay.
Yeah.
But I enjoy it all.
That's
like,
what's up.
I listen to it all. So yeah, I mean, hey, back to the freestyle thing. Like, they can freestyle.
Yeah.
They can get off. Like, I'm cool. I don't care what you're talking about. Like, you just freestyle. Like, it doesn't matter if your music's trash to me. You can freestyle.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
That's off the top. Cool.
There we go.
That's cool.
There we go. Okay, so the project is soon come.
Yes.
Couple
singles on the way. Not to cut you off.
What? Say it again.
We got a couple joints on the way.
Okay.
Very, very soon. We got a song dropping, and some other things, and yeah, that's actually gonna happen this month.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Soon following the release of music, there will be promotion, and a part of promotion is performance.
Right.
So what's up, B?
Hey, this album's been the focus. People have been asking me about shows. It's like, I don't have anything new out right now. It doesn't really make sense.
Yeah.
And plus, I'm not gonna call any names, but some of these offers. Well, it's cool because I've been away. Admittedly, I've been away, but it's just like I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna let a couple of these things drop. We're gonna do, some real behind the scenes work, and make sure that everything is going as it should.
Yeah.
I just don't want to do shows and just. Oh yeah, it's coming out. Like have nothing. Yeah. At least I want to make sure single is out. Visuals, and then I'll be warming up for the show. So yeah, I mean maybe I don't know when, but we will definitely have some shows in the near future. So
okay, I just feel like once again, I mean, I think one of the cool things is there will definitely be I think there'll be a group of individuals who know of Ep, who've heard of Ep. Maybe they're familiar with some of the stuff that you've done
People
in the past.
People have no idea most of the time. It's kind of cool.
Right. And so I think when they see you, like, you're going to have a whole new fan base.
Right.
But then I think there's going to be people like me who know of you and what you've done.
Yeah. Who
are just anxious and anticipating you coming back. So
yeah.
I think it's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm excited, bro. Honestly, I'm excited. I just, it's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a while, but I really like the fact that people don't know.
Yeah.
Like they don't know like what I've done, and people, and it's cool. I don't have that ego where I'm like, oh, you don't know. It's like, oh, I'm, so and so, whatever.
Right.
It's cool, like because, I mean, I never want to let that stuff get to my head. No matter what the project does, no matter if things catapult, it's like I'm never gonna let it get to my head.
Yeah.
And just treat people as I should, as anyone should.
Yeah.
It's you don't know who I am. Cool. Let me show you right quick.
That's what's up.
Go to iTunes. Like what it's. Yeah, I just never had that thought process to really just. Oh, these people don't know me. They don't know that.
Right.
It's like at the end of the day, you just gotta put that work in.
Yeah.
And and that's what I'm here to do. So yeah,
that's what's
it's all
up.
good.
One of the cool things I think is looking at what your label has done recently. You look at the projects that Mike's project released, artistically, the way it was packaged, the vinyl. Look
Sick.
at the work that they did with Bone Music, Dodger and Neil. The visuals. I mean, just so much. The track record is there in terms of what Eris does with and for their artists.
Right.
So even more reason for people to anticipate what's to come.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
yeah.
Hey, I'm excited. That's all I know.
Yeah.
I hope the people are excited and are accepting of what they hear.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun. Whatever. All I know is it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
And I'm just ready for whatever happens. Really.
That's what's up.
I just yeah, man. I'm excited. I don't really have that much to say because it's just like I just when it comes out, it's gonna do what it does, and people like it, people hate it, and that's cool too. Like I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's gonna be fun.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, again, knowing the work that you've put in, the time that you've put in working on this, I know that when it comes out, at the very least, it's going to be a great representation of who you are as an individual, or where you are in this space and this time. I'm looking forward to celebrating it. It's cool to be able to do it here. I'm looking forward to playing joints on Welcome to the Neighborhood.
Oh yeah.
And just to continue to promote your art, but then you as a human being. So thank you, bro. Thank you for continuing to be in the lab and continuing to make art.
Hey, thank you for being a pillar in this community. We need you. Keep doing what you do. Hey, man.
I appreciate it.
That's all. It's all love.
For real.
Yeah.
And then also, man, thank you also for being so open with your heart and allowing people to touch you as a human being, not just as an artist.
Right.
I think that's like I said, man. I think that's bigger than anything else. What's a good way because I know that you're active on social media. What's a good way for people to kind of see what you're about on social media?
Check me on Instagram. I never post. EPP 1999, same as Twitter. I post on there a little bit more. Ep 1999. People ask me why. I say that's one of my favorite years as a kid. Dreamcast. Fantastic Volume 2. I mean, Tikal, Judgment Day. What else happened in 99? I mean, there's a lot of good things happened in 99 as a child. So, yeah.
Hit him up, man. Hit him up for real. And then, of course, check out his label site, Eris Music. Is it Eris? Eris.com.
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 Yep.
And there's links to all the artists there as well as Ep. So you can stay tuned, stay linked there for when the project ultimately drops. Big ups once again to my folk at Acapella Apparel. Check them out, man. They truly represent the art of music through clothing. You can check them out at acapella.com. That's AKEPELE.com. Big ups to X-Ray FM once again for hosting, or for allowing me to host the Klyph Notes podcast here at the production suite. Check out xray.fm for all kinds of great content, links to episodes of my radio show, Welcome to the Neighborhood, as well as other great shows like The Future of What and the Kevin Berry Old School Show, Intuitive Navigation, a bunch of great programming there. You can become a member of the X-Ray FM family there. Once again, big ups to my man Theory Has It. Always got to show him love for doing the theme to the Klyph Notes podcast. Man, once again, bro, thank you so much, bro.
Thank you for having me, brother.
Absolutely, man.
Love.
Absolutely. We got to make this a regular occurrence now.
I'm dead. You already know.
No.
You already what I talked about a few months ago, or whenever that was very real. So
that's what's up. That's what's up, man. God bless you all. Once again, remember you can subscribe on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, TuneIn, Google Play, wherever you listen to your podcast. And of course, at the website, www.djklyph.com. You can support everything that I do at 37limited.com. We got the new DJ Klyph t-shirts, DJ Klyph pins. Oh yeah, App, I got to hook it with the new DJ Klyph logo enamel pin. I'm hooking with one of those, man.
Please do, yeah.
Just my small show of gratitude, bro.
All good. Much appreciated.
No doubt. All right, y'all. Until we do it again, peace.